What up, what up, what up? This is Mike the Philosopher here with another one. The saga continues. The question is, do women owe anything to the community? That's what KS would like to know. That's what I would like to know. And we getting another woman's perspective, okay? I'm not going to hold you. Let's just go in.
How are you?
I'm good. I'm happy that you accepted my request because I've been watching you for quite some time now, and I agree with a lot of the things that you said.
Okay,
So, or
so
say.
what do women owe their community?
I'll preface this with saying that I am Latina, I'm Dominican.
Okay.
So, community is very, very big for us.
Mhm.
So, I believe that you owe your community, you know, as a woman, you have to raise your kids a certain way because they're going to be a part of society.
Mhm.
So you have to, be mindful that you're making honorable contributions to your society. So that's what I believe we owe our community.
So what about women who would choose to not marry, or choose to not have any children? Do they have any responsibility to their community? What do you think?
Absolutely. I mean, if they don't have kids, I'm sure that they have nieces or nephews or, younger cousins, and they should be a positive model for them, role model for them.
So you saying you said this is big in your community.
Yes.
Um, so are you married or you have any children? What?
I am not married. I do not have children yet,
Okay.
but I do want in the future. I do want. I'm ready.
Right. So, um, why would you say to date you're single? Uh-oh. Without blaming men.
No, I'm not. I'm not gonna blame men. I'm not gonna blame men. Um,
Uh-oh, she's a fur mama.
I am. I am a fur
Yeah.
mama. So I have been single because I did take time to heal from my last relationship. We were going to get married and everything, but as you said in the past, we tend to be the ones to walk away, and that's what happened. I did walk away,
Why?
so I'll
Mm,
take it.
mm.
I'll
Why?
take it to the chin
Why?
because he was unfaithful. Yeah, but extreme. It was to an extreme.
Well, was he a high value man?
Above six figures. Yeah, not 300,000, but above six figures.
Yeah.
Sometimes um, okay, so she had a high value man above six figures. Sound like he was around the 300 mark, 300K mark. Not over 350, but 300K probably. Men like that are going to be, they're going to feel like they got all the options in the world, good, bad, indifferent. It just is what it is. It's almost like pretty privilege with a woman. A woman who's pretty, she's going to have a whole lot of options, and she's not going to be very apologetic about it. Like, look, I'm pretty, and these are just my options, and she's not going to apologize for it. So when a man gets, if he's decent looking and he got the money, he often feels the same way as a pretty woman. I got these options, and I'm not going to be apologetic about it. You could take it or leave it. She chose to leave it because he was cheating on a high level. Um, Understandable, but you know, to replace that guy probably will be hard, just as it is to replace a pretty woman. It's hard to replace these people. Um, you know, I I don't want to ask her to kind of work things out with that guy, because there could be a lot of dangers in dealing with that dude if he's cheating at that level and is not doing it responsibly or anything like that. Just So I can't necessarily say she should have tried to make it work, but um, at the same time, I just feel like she did the right thing for her. If she felt like it was too much at that point, I'm not gonna beat her up about that. But the guy that she had probably felt like he had every right to do that. So now her search continues. Um, let's just hear some more. Let's go in.
I have a pretty specific definition. Okay, so he was an unrepentant cheater.
I'm sorry.
He was an unrepentant cheater.
Yes, he was. Yeah.
Okay. So what next?
I am ready to settle down. I think that I've done enough healing,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm ready to be a wife and have kids, like
How many kids would you like?
two.
Okay. So if you feel like you're ready, where are you going to be found by the kind of man you would like to marry?
Well, it's been kind of hard through COVID, I'll be honest. But before that, I used to have work events where I would meet, high value men.
So does he have to be high value? Does he have to make an excess of six
Mm-mm.
figures?
Mm-mm.
Yes.
He does.
Mm-mm.
Okay.
Mm.
I didn't ask you. How old are you?
Oh my gosh, you're gonna kill me.
I don't.
35. I'm
Uh-oh.
30.
And there is where she messed up. There is where she messed up. She requires the same man she just left. Why? It's funny. Men do this all the time. Men go down all the time. Women feel like once they get a certain man and he's making this certain amount of money, they don't ever want to go down. Don't go down, girl. Okay, we going up. Level up, level up, level up. Okay. So she's asking for the same type of guy she just left. Why? When the same thing, I can guarantee you, is going to happen. If that guy has that kind of money and he's earning that kind of living and he halfway look decent, he's going to feel like he got a ton of options. If you are not in a mental space to accept polygyny, and get it organized, you're going down the same rabbit hole you just left. Why? Why? The definition of insanity, y'all: doing the same thing, expecting a different outcome. Okay? That's why I say that's where she messed up. She should find a guy, if she's so-called healed from this whole situation, she should have learned some lessons in this whole thing, and she hasn't at all. She's going to repeat the same mistake. And it don't sound like she got a new understanding of things either. So I don't know if she's going to be willing to deal with polygamy or deal with a guy who got a whole ton of options. A guy that's likable, halfway looking, decent looking, and making that kind of money, he going to smash everything 50 going north. And that's the man that she had. And I can guarantee you, she ain't going to be attracted to nothing other than that kind of man. And that kind of man is going to do the same thing to her. It's just ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Either get a new understanding of polygamy or get a new understanding of a man's status and salary. But you need to change something up. Okay? You've already been down that road. but women don't want to go down ever. Let's go in.
35.
Danger zone.
I know,
So wait a minute.
I know.
So I gotta ask, why does he have to make an excess of 6 figures?
Great question.
Because I live in New York.
New York City?
Yes. So six figure, I mean above 100,000 is kind of average here. Like if I were to
That's actually probably the best answer she could give to that question. Living in New York, that's kind of understandable. So it still doesn't bail her out, but it's probably the best answer she could have gave, to be honest. Let's go back.
I mean, it is, but unfortunately, the numbers still don't skew that much. When I got promoted from Dallas to New York, it wasn't like I got a 100% increase. I got a nice bump. But at 35 years old, wanting 2 kids, are you trafficking in places where men are looking to marry women your age?
Mm-hmm.
if I'm honest, I don't even know where I would look, I am on dating apps, but
No, they're not there.
okay.
I mean, it says is this real business banker? You're a banker?
Yes.
Okay. That's going to be a push. That 6 figure number is going to be a problem because only roughly 10% of the men make that kind of money. Is that a hard line, or is is it because you live in New York? Because I get the feeling that if you lived in Dallas, you'd still say you want 6 figures.
She would.
That's the feeling I get from you. So you can say New York, but I don't believe it.
Look at that face.
All right, that's the truth. You want a 6 figure dude. All right, so real talk. 35. You're going into no man's land. Where are my fried eggs at?
Let me say this, and this is to the ladies that's watching. Can we be reasonable? Can we really be reasonable? Listen, a guy, I don't care how old the guy is. He could probably be 70 years old. If a guy is making 6 figures, he's a 10%er, halfway decent looking, and got a halfway decent personality, he's going to have options, right? Part of those options are going to be, and let's just be real, anything from 18 years old on up. Why would a guy choose a woman who, and Kevin just did the fried eggs meme, that's why she's laughing. Why would a guy choose a 35-year-old woman who will probably only give him 1 or 2 kids, if that, and has looking at her, she's not a 10. Okay? A 6-figure guy can get a 10. She's not a 10. She kind of giving me a little bit of what is that? Never mind, because I don't want to do that to her. But a guy has a lot of options. Why would he choose her? What is she bringing to the table? Because he don't need her money. Even if she makes a lot of money, she's a banker. She's probably a 6-figure herself. But he don't need her money. Women don't realize what men want. They want fertility, youth, and cooperation. That is level 1 pecking order for women. Those women who have all 3 of those are first to be drafted. You don't ever see old retired players getting drafted by the NFL or the NBA first. Never see it. Why? Because they ain't in a prime. Same thing with women. Men draft based on your peak years. She's not in her peak years. She has some baggage with her old relationship, although she could be over that. She's not a 10 as far as looks go. Her personality is questionable. She seems delightful though. I can't front. So I would probably put her at a level 3 on the pecking order. But she would not be drafted number 1. The man that she was with didn't even draft her number 1. He had a roster. And I bet you some of those chicks were younger than her, more attractive than her, probably put out more than her. So if she go for the same type of guy, he's going to do the same thing. She needs to know where she is in the pecking order. She's level 3. Now, if she was younger, she'd be level 2. If she was prettier, she'd be level 2. But she could only be level 1 if she was younger and prettier. I'm just being honest. Can we talk? Can we talk? Okay, real talk here. Anyway, let's go in.
Oh my God, I know.
I mean, why not lower that number down? Because you were saying some of the right things at the beginning. Now it's kind of like, now it's getting problematic. For what you want as an outcome. What about if a guy is making $75,000 or more? Or is it because your salary? Do you make more than 6?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so I got to ask the hard question then. Before your last boyfriend, how long were you guys together?
5 years.
Okay. And before him, what was your longest relationship?
3 years. So I'm a serial, like, long-term relationship.
So why didn't you in the 3-year guy get married?
That's an interesting story.
But you left.
Huh?
But you left.
I did.
Do you have a relationship with a man that you haven't left?
No.
Uh-oh. All right. That's going to hurt. Because the kind of men you're looking for are not real good on women who are not loyal.
Facts.
I can take that.
And because you're going to be in your mid-30s plus, you're pretty much going to be set in your ways. What have you done to ensure the next guy you're with, you guys can go the distance, provided he's suitable?
So I have been self-reflecting a lot, and you hit it right on the head, that loyalty piece, because so I think you should know I lost my father to cancer when I was 20. Ever since that point, I've been so scared to just give it all to a person and then lose, because of that was trauma right there. So because of that, and because of my last relationship, I have been working on, giving people grace. Yes, I do.
Are you still in therapy?
Yes.
Have you? How long has it been?
3 years.
Ooh.
Consistently. Yeah.
You're supposed to graduate from therapy.
You think so? You think I should let her? You should think I should just stop?
No.
I know.
I don't think she should stop it. She's still having a problem with that, especially if she ain't came to no new conclusions or no new way of doing things. Don't sound like she has a new vision, a new way of doing things. If she's been in therapy for 3 years and she still left her relationship with her boyfriend, that tells me that she ain't fixed that. She ain't fixed that part of her life. She's not a bad looking woman, actually. She's not bad looking at all. But I bet you she looks a lot better with her hair down. Maybe it's that I don't like the hair up thing. I bet you she looks a ton better with the hair down. But she's still a nice looking woman. But she has not learned her lesson. You are supposed to graduate from therapy, but you're also supposed to figure out what is wrong and start moving differently. If you haven't started moving differently, all that therapist is a friend to talk to and release your emotions out on. But you're not working to fix anything. You can have a best friend to do that stuff with, and you ain't got to pay an arm and a leg either. And that's the thing. Therapists, they ain't gonna ever tell you to, quit them and you graduated, you're healed. They're gonna keep having you come back. That's business. That's you on my roster. You a paying customer. So yeah, come back as much as you want. I'll listen to everything you got to say. We ain't gotta ever fix anything. That's the one thing about therapy you gotta really watch out for is those who are not giving you steps to graduate, so to speak. Those that are just an ear to listen to. You can do that with your friends or your family. You don't have to go to therapy for that. But I don't think that she should stop because she has not changed anything. But let's go back in.
I know a lot of psychiatrists. I promote therapy heavily. And one thing that any serious therapist will tell you that there should be a graduation date. Unless there's something that requires ongoing maintenance with medication, schizophrenia.
No.
So it should be a graduation because therapy can become addictive, can become a new crutch.
I can see that.
And
it's like my safety net.
Is your therapist a woman?
Yes, she is.
Mm-hmm.
Should I seek a male therapist?
I think it might be wise. I don't think 3 years. I mean, I don't think. I think it'd be wise to move on because here's the net.
She's a girlfriend at this point,
right? You don't have time to waste. So whatever you meet, if you met him, could you keep him? I mean, I look at your Instagram and you doing your little sexy thing, but can you keep him? That shit, that's nice, but can you keep? Right. You look nice, but are you a place of peace for a man? Or are you a runner? You a track star? Are you for the streets?
I'm not for the streets, no.
Right, but are you a runner? You a track star? Everything you've been in, you left. Well, then honestly, why would a man who's going to be putting in 10, 12, 14-hour days, getting out and grinding out, got to go down there and be the best version of himself? He going to come home and see hangers and poles?
No, my God, no.
Then you got to get to the issue of why you run.
Yeah.
Because the next time you run, you talk about running with somebody's kids.
Oh, okay. No, and it's so interesting because I was raised in a household, very traditional. My parents were together for 25 years. They probably would have still been together now. And my mom is.
You were raised in a household of traditional with your booty all up on Instagram? Yeah, you gotta thought it up. Lord have mercy. Kill me, you Dominican women.
I almost want to see her Instagram. I can't even front. I almost want to see it. What is it? Show me the page. I want to see it. I gotta see it for myself. He over here looking like, man, she thotting it up hard over here. She got everything hanging out. Man, send the link. Send the link, Kevin. All right, let's go in.
But anyway, seriously though, all jokes aside, you know, some of the things you were saying in the beginning, cool, but long-term therapy with a one-person female, no. I think you need to disrupt things, change up the pattern, because whatever makes you run. Because you're talking about giving somebody grace, you're going to have to give up some stuff on your list. You cannot demand what you demanded at 30 or at 25. I mean,
I agree.
Facts.
you could have had that list at 23, 25, but at 35, you're going to have to give up. You're going to have to give up something.
That's what I was saying.
Especially, you got to realize a man who's getting you is going to be taking chances on, you know, eggs that may be. I mean, I'm just saying.
No,
Man,
it's true.
it's more likely that the man is going to. This is going to sting a lot of women. It's more likely that he's going to be settling for you because your sexual marketplace value is going down while his is going up.
Right.
You're 35. When a man hits 40, 45, that's being like a 25-year-old woman, especially if you got your power, money, status game together. So I would consider seriously finding your animating issue, and then after that, seriously, you may want to consider a matchmaker because you can't waste any time, COVID or not.
Right.
You got any single girlfriends you hang out with?
Yes.
They.
What?
Single women keep women single.
Oh, okay.
Single women keep, like these pictures. Were you going on trips with your girlfriend or with your guy? You
No,
try-
my girlfriends. My girlfriends.
Oh, holy shit. So
What?
Okay. I'm not gonna put the pictures up, but going out with your girlfriends, taking hot girl summer pictures, seems hot.
Right.
But for a man, I'm looking, I'm saying, yeah, I'd smash, but I'm not gonna take her seriously. And then if you tell me you got single friends, I'm like, then you
Well,
got.
I do have. You asked me who I spend time with. So
And I bet you money, she probably not going to admit this and they're probably not going to get to this, but I bet you Kevin said something key. He said single women keep women single, right? I bet you her girlfriends had something to do with her leaving that last guy. They were like, girl, he doing this, he doing that. Like, look, I'm not saying she shouldn't have left dude if he was cheating a lot. You know what I mean? A serial cheater or whatever. That's, first of all, that's her side of the story. Let's start there. But, you know, all women are always going to put the blame on the men for something. You know what I mean? It's always the men's fault. Rarely do I hear a woman break up and it was her fault. It's always the men's fault. That being said, I'm sure her girlfriends was part of her track star ways. You know what I mean? Girl, you need to leave that situation. Girl, you need to leave that situation. Girl, you need to leave. You too good for this. You better than him. You this, that, and the third. And to the point that she turned into a track star and she leaving every situation because single women keep women single. You need to join us on. We going on this vacation. Don't be tied down to no man. You can go to Bahamas with us. We'll be your besties. You know, we'll take pictures and, you know, with margaritas in our hand and living our best life and stuff. You know, you part of this group. Don't be a part of that whole marriage thing. That's for the birds anyway. Girl, you need to stay in this girl clique, okay? We do what we want over here and we live in our best life. And who cares if you don't have the kids that you want? We all gonna get old together and we always have each other. In our 70s, in our 80s, we'll have no kids, but we'll all hold hands and our caskets will line up together and we'll all be holding hands in all our caskets and we'll die together, okay? Long as we got each other, girl. Long as we got each other. No genetic legacy, but we got each other. Us and our dogs. That's all we need. Anyway, let's go in.
I do have friends that are married and have children, and I have friends that are single. But obviously, the ones who are committed, they're not going to be going out like that.
Better
Like,
to not go out with. Better to spend time by yourself
right.
than a single girlfriend.
Okay.
You're bringing their issues, and the number one and number two, if if a man that may find you attractive sees you out with three women at the bar, it's gonna be a hell of a lot harder because he's gonna come and talk to you. Yeah, you go to Mastro's, plant yourself at the bar by yourself. Read a book. Don't have a mobile device. Get a handkerchief. Drop that shit. And take out them long ass mink eyelids.
Lashes.
You don't need all that shit.
Okay.
Just work with what God gave you. But at 35, it's not over. You should be able to beat younger women by some of the things you said you learned. But you got to continue to do the hard work. And that's the really finding out why you run. Because I've said this to women before and I'm saying it again. If whatever God you pray to came and said, the next one I'll send you is going to be the last one for a lifetime, you would make it work.
Of course.
All right. Well, then women need to start acting like men are a renewable resource, like they're not going to run out, because the kind and caliber of men you want is finite.
Yeah.
And there's many men may not want to deal and date a younger 20-something. So you should be able to beat 20-somethings by ability to bring him peace. But you can't bring peace with track shoes on.
Understood.
All right.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
And there you have it. Yeah, great advice by Kev. You got to figure out why you keep running. I think it's because of her girlfriends that is telling her, girl, you too good, you too this, you too that. And she listened to her girlfriends and she put those track shoes on and she sprint. Now the guy, one could argue he deserved to be left because he was a serial cheater. I get that. But I think it runs deeper than just that. So she does need to figure out, because she's left every relationship, not some, every relationship. And she got to figure out why she keep doing that. She kind of blamed it on the passing of her father and this, that, and the third, but I don't see how that's connected. So, and she's still in therapy. She hasn't graduated from therapy. That tells you she's still got some work to do within herself. But never mind what I say. Never mind what Kevin say. What do y'all think about this? Put it in the comments. What is your opinion about her? What is your opinion about what Kevin told her, or what I said for that matter? Put it in the comments. I would really appreciate that. Hit the like, share, and subscribe. Okay, seriously, hit the like. Okay, that helps me out. So does the subscribe. And I will catch you in the next one. Peace.